Contra Operation Galuga is officially set to launch onto the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series consoles, and PC via Steam in early 2024. And today, not only do we have a brand new trailer to show you guys, but we also have a lot of brand new information and brand new mechanics that are going to be making their way into the game that players simply weren't aware of before. Not only that, the developers decided to provide us with a brand new story introduction sequence that I kind of wanted to go over because I don't think necessarily a lot of players knew that there's something of a story in Contra, but there certainly is one in the original. And this game is certainly trying to add some new and interesting twists to the Contra experience. Not only that, of course, bringing with it a brand new set of visuals. First and foremost, in the blog update, which I'm going to be leaving a link in the description below, they mentioned that showcased in the new trailer, basically a brand new set of robust characters in their roster with thrilling new narratives will augment the adrenaline-fueled side-scrolling action-packed gameplay of the Contra series since it has been known from the 1980s. Building up from the story and the protagonist of the original arcade and the Nintendo NES systems, the mission of Contra Operation Galuga kicks off following a meteor shower in the Galuga archipelago and its subsequent invasion by the Red Falcon terrorism group. After other operations fail, the Earth Marine Corps dispatches its most elite soldiers, Bill Rizzer and Lance Bean of the Contra unit. I have to stop here for a second because I simply didn't know that their original names were Bill Rizzer and Lance Bean, but I do find them to be extremely cheesy and of the 80s, of course. To investigate and neutralize any potential threats, as the story unfolds, more than 6 hardcore heroes become playable, including, of course, Bill Rizard, field leader of the Contra unit, possessing exceptional physical strength, agility, and mental fortitude, proficient in all manner of armaments, and is well versed in military science. Then, of course, the second protagonist, Lance Bean, an expert marksman, adept to machinery, and who was actively as a guerrilla fighter before being recruited into the Earth Marine Corps by Bill Rizzer himself. Then you have the other characters, starting with Ariana, a tremendously skilled warrior from the Galuga archipelago. After her village was nearly wiped out by the Red Falcon's attack, she wages a one-woman war against the enemy forces. They also introduce Lucia, Deputy Commander in the Earth Marine Corps and also a talented field operative. She is equally proficient in combat missions as covert intelligence. You also have Lieutenant Stanley Ironside, a veteran who leads an armored platoon of the GX Army. He wears a powered Hercule exosuit to supplement his already formidable combat skills. And lastly, you have Probotector, an autonomous training robot used to the Contra unit. Utilizing cutting-edge technology, they are every bit as capable as in the field as any sort of human counterpart. So essentially, they are introducing quite a hefty roster of characters in which you're going to be able to rotate and use, and some are going to have benefits more than others, and somewhat of a traditional Metroidvania style experience, but of course this being more of a Contra game. In addition to the story mode, an arcade mode in Contra Operation Galuga will be introduced, as featuring 30 nail-biting missions to overcome. This includes speedrunning through multiple stages, fighting with limited ammo, surviving restless and relentless enemy hordes, and much more. They do also specify that doing certain one of these challenges with any one specific character will net you better rewards as well. So it seems to be like they are going to round out the roster by giving each one of the characters certain challenges to kind of like overcome. And that is the way you're going to be able to kind of get the better rewards that the game has to offer, at the very least in the single player encounters. To help even odds, players can also enhance their capabilities in the perks shop, where they can use in-game credits, aka no microtransactions, to upgrade their character's abilities. Start stages with a specific weapon, increase invulnerability after spawning, and gain other helpful bonuses. Up to 2 perks can be equipped to a single player. First and foremost, it does remind me of, I've been playing a lot of Super Mario Bros. Wonder lately, so it does remind me of the little sticker updates that you do get where you basically can bring those perks into any arena and do whatever it is that you want with them. But more importantly, you'll actually have normal in-game equipable character upgrades and abilities that can be updated through just in-game currency and in-game credits, which I do find fascinating. I don't necessarily know of any previous Contra game doing that before. You usually gain all your power-ups as you're kind of like waltzing your way from one side to the other on the map in side-scrolling experience in traditional Contra gameplay. But this time around, they're saying there will be some passive perks that you will be able to get, of course, presumably doing those challenges. But more importantly, you'll actually just become more powerful by spending in-game currency for your character. So it will be interesting to see what the dynamic of that is. If you can specialize in one specific character, spend all of your in-game currency, maxing them out, and you kind of blow through the game to kind of unlock the rest of the stuff and just leave it as is. A lot of players tend to do that, and it would be interesting to see them do that instead of having to focus on every single character and powering them up. You could just focus on the one that you want, so they don't have to so you don't have to spend too much time doing all those challenges with all the other characters, and you can unlock them with just your boosted super soldier powered up right out of the gate. But I do appreciate those changes in gameplay, because Contra, at the end of the day, it is a traditional arcade experience, and them adding a couple of brand new interesting, even though basic game modes, does go a long way to justify what this game is ultimately trying to be. And it is trying to be a Contra modern experience that players just simply haven't been able to see, especially based off of the visuals, which I've seen some people complain they want, something more pixel art style. Other players, if they're going to do 3D, they want it to be better 3D or just better rendered, or maybe not look as staticky. Ultimately, the visuals go aside. These are preferential things, and players should be able to have a pretty good time with Konami's latest, in a collaboration with Way Forward, I should remind players, of Contra Operation Galuga, which is once again set to release, interestingly enough, on last-gen consoles, but of course current-gen consoles as well, when it launches spring of early next year onto PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC Steam. I'm certainly going to be keeping my eyes peeled for this one. I hope that I'm able to get a review code for this and be able to talk about it in full strength, because Contra is one of those games that I've always had a lot of fun with, especially the arcadey, old-timey ones. And I'm hoping that this one can kind of deliver and feed into that Contra nostalgia while still giving us something new. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.